Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Sunday, November the 9th, 2025. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we've got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out. I get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas. That way, if your brain is bringing a new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, particularly daily weekly challenges giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciate. If you do wonder why I slightly more score than you, think of the top right hand corner of the screen of a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that right off the current Season 22 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10%, and you can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. So I'm still feeling a little under the weather here, as you guys could probably tell. I coughing a lot for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but it seems to go away for like a good part of the day, and then it just comes back with the vengeance. It's quite something. It's I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's yeah. So anywho, let's take a look at these challenges here. Gain XP 2,500. So if you're new to the game, maybe you're wondering 2,500 could be a little bit out of reach, but it really isn't. You can get this one hunt deer done fairly easily. Again, you can gain XP in the game by building things in your camp. You can go ahead and craft things at a workbench. Any workbench will do. Go around, kill a bunch of enemies, have some fun. It's a great way to get XP. Join a couple of events or public events. You can get that done and no problem at all. And always remember, at the higher the level the enemy is, the more XP you're going to get. There's one particular enemy I usually recommend for XP farming, and this, of course, is the Thrasher. The Thrasher is that giant turkey that we find down here in the Skyline Valley region. Okay, so again, there's probably about 4 or 5 of them here in Research Site Bavara. 2 or 3 of them here in Naked Creek. I usually find going right up the stream, there's a couple that just kind of come out of nowhere. There's about 2 or 3 of them. And just kind of walking around in general, the Skyline Valley region will come across those giant turkeys. Another thing you can do is you can go ahead and take lunch boxes. So if you open up your Pip-Boy, you'll be under aid, and you can stack 4 lunch boxes at a time. Now, if you don't have any lunch boxes, you can go ahead and join a public server if you so wish. And usually public events, higher level enemies will use lunch boxes if they are available to them. You don't have to know them or be with friends with them. Basically, as long as you're within the area of them, you'll gain the benefits of that lunchbox, okay? Talking about that, you can also buy your lunch boxes if you so wish. All you have to do is go down here to the Atomic Shop. Now, I don't do this myself, but I like to just kind of show how they are available. Under Utility, and sometimes they do go on sale. As you can see, we have one clear claimed already, and that is because that's a free one that we get. So if you come up here to the feature section, now, every single day, even if you play for about 5-10 minutes, I always recommend coming here to the special offer section. But yeah, it shows up there like it's under the other one there. It's weird. So special offer section. And again, usually a utility item. Look at that. Today's a free lunchbox. It's pretty awesome. Sometimes there's 250 caps. And I recommend doing this every single day, especially if you're lower level. You can gain some utilities this way. And last but not least, if you want to gain some XP, you can always join a team. You go back to the map screen, top right-hand corner, social. You can create your own team if you so wish, or join a team. I recommend using events or casual, because there's no expectation. You just go around, go solo, do your own thing. You don't have to hang around with anybody. However, if you do daily ops, raids, or expeditions, there is an expectation there to do those, okay? So just get a little FYI there. So if you're just joining a server, just look to do some couple daily weekly challenges, casual events is the way to go for sure. And again, it's up to you what you want to do. Alright, so actually let's go ahead here. We're going to go down to Skyline Valley region here today. We're going to go right here to Research Site Bavara. Now again, just enjoying the game and walking around. You can easily get that one done in no time at all. Oh, is that a legendary one up there? That's quite something. That's awesome. Now, I usually recommend to people is if you can, get up on this truck right here. Alright, let's go ahead. I'm going to try to shoot these. So let's take a look here first. So we are 327 of 2,500. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to, where's that legendary one at there? We can start, yeah, I think he might be up there still. He's up there hiding. All right. Let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and take care of his little friends here. So there's one. Right there, okay. And look at the XP that jumped up there. We're just with that one guy. Or that one Thrasher, I should say. Make sure you bring a lot of ammo because these do eat the bullets up pretty good. Look at that, 1869 for the second guy. Here is the third guy. Huh. Look at that, gain XP 2500 for 2500. Again, we just start off a little bit because we killed a couple robots here in our camp before starting. But as I said, if you can get up on this little truck here or up on top of something, okay, these guys shouldn't really bother you. They sound menacing, but they're really not, to be honest with you. And yeah, so just 3 of them, just like that. Finish it off in no time at all. Awesome. It's funny that legendary one up there is still up there hiding. It's so weird. All right, let's head back to our camp here. That's enough out of you guys. Now, sometimes if you come up here, actually, there'll be some rat toads up here, like the albino version, and they'll actually be attacking these thrashers. All right. That's pretty easy to see what's next. All right. Drink tea 1. So again, we do have a camp resource available to us that helps us out with that particular challenge. The one we're talking about here is, of course, the company tea machine. It passively collects 5 company tea while you play the game. Of course, this is the OG one, the very first one we ever got. Got this one during the Season 15 scoreboard, the old scoreboards we used to have. Actually, I think it was the last scoreboard we ever got. So if you're a returning player, you may have this available to you. Now, there's about 2 or 3 other variations of this here as well. They're just basically reskins of this one here. They're just like a different color, basically. Different paints on them. But they do exactly the same thing. And if they do pop up in the Atomic Shop once in a while. I have not seen this particular version for quite a while, but they do offer the other ones. Now, not everyone's going to have a company tea machine, so you can do things the old-fashioned way, and again, nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and use our cooking station here. Any cooking station will do. All drinks. Now, there's all kinds of teas we can craft here in the game. The one I usually recommend to people is called the Simple Bloodleaf Tea. It's a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a bloodleaf. It is that easy. And one thing good about bloodleaves, we can find them in every region in the wasteland, usually in around waterway areas. One really good spot is right close to our camp, right in between the Wayward and Flatwoods. This little stream right here. Okay, it's a great spot for them. But as I mentioned, pretty much every watery area in the wasteland will have bloodleaves in every region. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to head right out back. So there will be a couple up here, but again, we've had this one here quite frequently this week. So I haven't reset my game, so that's probably not going to be there. So we're going to head down this way here if we can. We don't get bogged down by trees. All right, there's some right across from us here. Now, let's say you're brand new to the game. You say, hey, Jim, I checked my cooking station, and I don't have Simple Bloodleaf Tea available. All you do is come right down here to good old Flatwoods, nice, easy spot. You just harvest a bloodleaf like this, burp, and you learn Simple Bloodleaf Tea just like that. Okay, you can even make that noise if you want, but I'm just joking. You don't have to do that. But again, you did not see it, but I did pick up 2 instead of 1. That's because I have a special perk card under Perception. It is called Green Thumb. It twice as much when harvesting flora, okay? Highly recommend this card. You hang on to it if you happen to get it. You don't have to have it equipped like I do. You can have it down here in your back pocket. I like to have it equipped because I do mostly daily week challenges all the time, and it just saves me the time. But I still like to kind of talk about it, so it doesn't matter what mutation you are, herbivore, carnivore, or no mutation, definitely a card worthwhile to have. Where it really shines is if you're on public service with other people. You can go to these locations I show you, and it'll be cleaned right out. And all you really need is a couple, and this card will really come in clutch for you for sure. Right, so now that we have our bloodleaf, the most important is we have to craft our bloodleaf tea. Now, if you happen to be down here, again, there is a nice little cooking station right up there in the Overseer's old campsite before Wastelanders update. And again, any cooking station will do. Let's just go ahead and go craft. Down here to drinks. Do the quick and dirty. Oh, we don't have boiled water, Chip. So again, 2 dirty water equals 1 boiled water. You can go back down to the water, pick up some dirty water if you so wish. And if you happen to have a pretty cool water boiler, saves you about 2 or 3 steps, right? 2 or 3 seconds. Let's grab our boiled water there. Go back to our cooking station. Drinks. There we go, simple blood leaf tea. Again, a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a blood leaf. It's that easy. Let's go and craft it here. Now that is considered a plant-based meal, by the way. Just to kind of show you how I am a carnivore mutation. You don't have to waste a reroll on this bad boy. There we go. Go back under item. We're going to drink our simple blood leaf tea. There we go. Drink a tea, 1 for 1, done. And again, if you happen to have that company tea machine, it just saves you a whole whack of steps, as you see there. Definitely camp resources is where it's at if you're looking to save quite a bit of time. All right. It's good to kind of show you guys the old-fashioned way and the quick and easy way. All right, let's see what's next here. Collect wood 5. So again, many great spots we can collect wood here in the game. We're talking about downed trees and logs we come across here in the game. The forest is a great area. It's a very large area. Now, the thing about the forest is that it can be kind of dark in certain spots. I usually recommend using your Pip-Boy even in the middle of the day. That way you can kind of spot out the logs laying on the ground, or the floor, I should say, of the forest a little bit easier. Skyline Valley region the exact same way. Lots of downed trees and logs all through here. Now, some of you had mentioned there a couple months back, you like to kind of go up here to the Toxic Valley region. Again, not a whole lot of forest up here, but there is a lot of downed trees. You're usually in around Grafton and the Becker Farm and around this little area here. And they're really easy to spot out, so a lot of people like to do it that way. There's also some stockpile of wood here in the game, right here in Helvetia. So the yellow house right on the corner of the main road, right out behind it, will be a nice little stockpile of wood. Of course, it's being part of the forest area, lots of wood right down through here as well. You'll come across little piles of wood in around those buildings that are in Helvetia. One of the best spots for piles of wood and stockpiles up here at the Picquerist Fort. All kinds of wood up here. You guys have seen me bring you guys up here many times. If you're looking to kind of build a camp or modify a camp, you're going to need lots of wood for something. You come up here to grab your wood. It is a lot of it up here. And even the buildings will have like little fireplaces inside. And there'll be some wood inside the fireplaces you can actually harvest from as well. Now, if you're looking to harvest wood, I'm just going to kind of add this in as a little tip, I guess. We do have a perk card under luck. It is called Woodchucker. Right here. Or collect twice as much when harvesting wood. So let's say you're looking to kind of build that new camp or looking to modify a camp. You're going to need a lot of wood for something. Definitely is a card to hang on to. At least one anyway. That's all you need. And then you can go ahead and equip it. So when you harvest wood, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12. With this perk card, it'll just double those results. It doesn't really count towards daily, weekly challenges. So what I mean by that is when you harvest wood, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12, but as you collect them, it only counts as 1. So let's say the first time you harvest, you collect 6 scraps of wood. It only counts as 1 for the daily challenge, all right? So just a little mention there, but going to give you guys as much information as possible. So let's go ahead. We're going to collect some wood. We are right here. As I mentioned, pretty good little spot here. Up across here. As you can see how having your little Pip-Boy light on, even in the daytime, I find that works pretty good as well. There are parts of the forest, even in the day, where it can be a little bit darker, a little bit harder to see areas. So I got 8 wood scraps there, but it only counts as 1, all right? That little message will pop up in the top left-hand corner of the screen. All right. Take the next one here, Jimmy. Scrap junk to produce cloth 10. So again, cloth is a junk item to which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any tinker's workbench here in the game. Walk up to a tinker's workbench, you go ahead and go craft. Down here to bulk, go down here to the C section. Just a bulk 1 cloth. All you need is 2 plastic and 30 raw cloth. Go ahead, you bulk your 1 cloth and you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items here in the game. Now, if you're legitimately looking for cloth, there's a couple different ways we can go ahead and do that. Burnt books is a great way to get cloth. So we're talking about the burnt books, textbooks, burnt lifestyle magazines, burnt comics, okay? I do have a video here in the channel, and it's a great spot. Is the burnt book house. So you come here to Somersville, is the first house on the right-hand side is the burnt book house, okay? It's been there for quite some time. It used to be full of Mirelurks back in the day if you're a returning player, and now there's only about 4 or 5 weekend ghouls around. The only problem with this spot here is a lot of people like to reset their game by picking up 250 items, and there's so many burnt books in this house, people will come here and clear the place right out. So if you're coming after burnt books, you actually might have to server hop that a couple times. There'll be some burnt books at the Overseer's childhood home, right about here. You just spawn here at Overseer's home, and basically you just look to the west across the tracks, and there'll be about, I think there's about 8 burnt books in there. It's a little small blue house. Right here in Helvetia, the blue house right in the corner across the street from the yellow house on the main road. You just go through the 4 or 5 scorched in that house. You head upstairs, there's a bookshelf on the left-hand side. There'll be some burnt books there. There'll be some burnt lifestyle magazines on the last building. When you're walking down this way, so the last building on the left-hand side, there'll be some burnt lifestyle magazines on the shelving. And of course, the right down here in Watoga, at the, I think it's called a Hubris comic book store. It is right behind the Watoga Shopping Plaza, okay? You'll see that you can't miss it. There's a great big sign. Again, all kinds of burnt comics there. Another thing you do is you go after pre-war money. And pre-war money is, again, when you scrap it, you get cloth. I do have a video of that here in the link in the description. And it's all timestamped. You can go after some pre-war money. If you have pre-war money kind of in your stash box from Collision Course, like that little event you can spawn in up here, or just kind of wandering around, go ahead and take your pre-war money out and scrap it. But again, you can check out that video if you so wish. Mr. Fuzzy plushies are a great source of cloth as well. Again, right down here in Camden Park is one of the best hotspots for Mr. Fuzzy plushies. Right where you spawn, and usually right here on the roadway. You can go through there if you so wish, but you just kind of keep on going down. And after the second bus, you'll see the building with the Robo Brain inside, okay? There's all kinds of Mr. Fuzzy plushies there. We were there just the other day, actually. You can check out that video if you so wish, that daily challenge video. And even if you head outside, there'll be about 4 or 5 scorch. Just take care of them. And inside a couple of those shopping carts, inside a couple of those box crates with the wheels on them, there'll be some Mr. Fuzzy plushies inside there as well. So many great ways we can get cloth here in the game. We're just going to use the bulk and scrap method, which is good to use once in a while just to make sure it still works. So again, we're going to go back to our Tinker's Workbench here and go craft, bulk, cloth. Just going to bulk 1 cloth here, just like that. We're going to back out. We're going to go scrap. I'm going to scrap the bulk cloth. We just literally crafted there. Done. Scrap trying to produce cloth 10 for 10. Bulk and scrap method. This is definitely where it's at. You guys can see how quick and easy that is. But I still like to kind of show people the old-fashioned way. Some of you guys like doing it that way as well. All right, let's see what's next here. Kill an enemy in the Forest Region 5. All right, so as you can see, there's 4 or 5 done. When it says enemy, everything is on the table. So as I mentioned when I first began the video, before I started, my camp was attacked by 4 robots. And there it is there, 4 or 5. So when it says enemy, everything is on the table, including humans, robots, even the old Brahmin down through Flatwoods. Everything is a go. The main thing is you got to be in the Forest Region, which of course starts right up here, makes its way around. Morgantown's part of the Forest Region, goes right down here. And I would say the cutoff is right here by my fishing camp, okay? If you've gone to Camden Park, you've gone too far. You're actually part of the ash heap at that point, all right? So again, lots of options here. You can make it easy or as hard as you want. You're good to go. So let's go right down here to Flatwoods real quick here. And we're going to take care of a Brahmin. Of course, Brahmin are passive. I'm just basically showing you how easy it can be. It doesn't matter what level you are. There's a Brahmin right here. There we go. Kill an enemy in the Forest Region 5 for 5. Even though they're passive, they're still enemies. They're still creatures. Okay? Just like that. That's quite the pose there. That's quite something, eh? Huh. Weird. This game is quite something. Let's see what's next. kill a Deathclaw 1. So again, many great spots we can kill a Deathclaw here and around the game. One of the more popular spots right here at Deathclaw Island. Now, there's only one that will spawn here as you cross the part of the Ohio River. Come over here, just one sec. That Deathclaw will actually be inside of its nest. And as you get closer, it'll kind of pop up out of the nest. Now, the spot is very popular, as I mentioned. So if you do come here and you're on public servers, you may have the server hop this location a couple of times. If you do come here and the Deathclaw isn't popping up out of his nest, what's happened is somebody already killed him. The body has despawned. You'll have to wait for that cooldown, typically 30 minutes for an enemy like that to respawn in the same server and then try again. Or you can always just server hop, all right? But again, that is a very popular area. The other good spot is right over here is the abandoned waste dump, okay? And actually, believe it or not, you actually do come here fairly early on in game, like right around level 24, 25. You follow the Overseer's missions, you're following the Wastelanders update, and you actually come over here quite early on. You guys would have saw that with my low-level character when we were doing the early on quest lines here on the channel. Pretty good time. Now, there's two Blood Eagles. Two Deathclaws, Jip, right here. The old abandoned waste up guaranteed. Sometimes there is a third one. So what I recommend to people is always assume there's 3, okay? There's typically 2, 95% of the time. But a lot of time there'll be a third one, and you're thinking, you're all happy, you kill the 2 Deathclaws, you know, you're picking all the stuff up. The third one just comes out of nowhere and takes a big swipe at you, okay? So, again, a little bit higher, a little bit better over here, because there are at least 2 available. But we're going to pop over here to good old Deathclaw Island here today, so let's do that. Now, my suggestion with Deathclaw Island, especially if you're lower level, so I was part of the forest area, they are high HP, okay? So the Deathclaw does not swim, all right? So if you're lower level, mediocre weapons, mediocre armor, just like my low level character was, basically just cross the stream here, or hell, river. Not a stream, Jim, a river. Huh! You get that Deathclaw out of the little nest there, get a couple shots off on him, come right across this part of the river, and as he's running around there like a maniac, just kind of go around and just kind of keep shooting at him once in a while. It's better if you have a weapon that's not a shotgun, or a melee weapon, of course. Then we can kind of shoot him from the shore over here. Just kind of cripple his legs so he stops moving around, and then go over and finish the job. It's that kind of easy, but he does not swim. He is not a swimmer. And he knows that. Alright, let's go ahead here, shut this light off. He's going to pop out of the ground here just like this. And I just recommend there we go, just like that. Nice. And of course, don't forget 5 stim packs. Hot dog. Wow, don't forget your black titanium scrap and your loose gears. Usually there's a weapon or some sort of a piece of armor on them. Usually there's a Deathclaw egg over here as well. This is a magazine spawn as well, if you're lucky enough. Okay. Nice little spot here. Oh, there's a Deathclaw egg here. If he starts running around, moving around, or if you have an explosive weapon, that egg or eggs that are here will actually kind of fling around, so you may have to kind of search for them for a little bit. All right. But it's typically right here. All right. Let's see what's next here. Jim, we got one more, don't we? Take a camera picture of a Mirelurk Hunter 1. So it says take a camera picture. You must use a Pro Snap Deluxe camera. If you try going photo mode at the main map screen, it's not going to work. The Mirelurk Hunter can either be dead or alive. It's really up to you what you want to do. I prefer dead myself. So some 100% locations for Mirelurk Hunters. Unfortunately, Vault 94, extremely high level. It's like a Mirelurk city inside the vault. It's quite something. Lots of Mirelurk Hunters, Razor Claws, Kings in there. It's a pretty dangerous area. If you're looking for a challenge, that's the place to go for sure. And right down here, Lake Reynolds. This is the other great location, so if you're lower level, I recommend coming down here. Now, the beauty of this one here, you don't have to be the one to kill it, okay? So if you're on a public server, you come down here to Lake Reynolds, for example, because you can use Nuka World on Tour as a free fast travel. Once when you discover it, you come up here. Somebody already kind of cleared the area. There's a Mirelurk Hunter already dead. Nothing wrong with that. You just whip out your Pro Snap Deluxe camera, take a camera picture of them, all right? Let's pop into Lake Reynolds here. There'll be 4 Mirelurks here altogether. One will be the Hunter. So the Hunter looks like a large lobster or crawfish, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. Look at that. We have our treasure hunter mole miner there. So again, we have treasure hunter mole miners right up to tomorrow, Monday, November the 10th. Again, the update is used, daily update is usually around 12 p.m. Eastern time. So one more day of the treasure hunter mole miners here. You got some legs on him there today, don't he? Where is our hunter at? Uh-oh. Wonder if he killed it. Oh, he's over here. A good thing these guys glow, because actually, fun fact, if you're new to the game, they never always used to do this. They used to, when you kill them, you try to have to go hard. The hardest part is trying to find them. But now they have this glow, or most times they will glow. So there's our hunter there, as you can see, just like a glorified lobster. And again, try and take a camera picture of them. Try to go in photo mode. It's not going to work this way. You must use our Pro Snapflex camera, which is considered a weapon here in the game. And it has Mirelurk Hunter in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Well, that's what I see how it kind of disappears there. You have to make sure it says Mirelurk Hunter, top right-hand corner of the screen for this to work. There we go. Take a camera picture of a Mirelurk Hunter, 1 for 1 done. You can be the one to kill it. You don't have to be the one to kill it. Or you can do it and keep it alive. Maybe if you're up on that building or somewhat, but yeah. Whatever way you want to do it. Now, if you don't have a Pro Snapflex camera, you can get your own if you so wish. If you check out the Jim McSteel YouTube channel, the very first video you come across will be how to get a Pro Snapflex camera. I just did it last year in 2024 with my low-level character. I think it was like level 22 or level 23. You can check out that video if you so wish. It's all time-stamped. Now, I recommend hanging on to your Pro Snapflex camera the best you can, because if you do drop it by mistake, it will destroy itself. But if that has ever happened to you, there's a couple ways to get it back. The first way, the very first time you get your Pro Snapflex camera, there's a side quest you can do called the bucket list. I recommend doing it, because after you're done doing the bucket list, every broken Pro Snapflex camera you come across in the wasteland, you can pick it up, take it to your Tinker's Workbench, and you can craft your Pro Snapflex camera back, okay? The second way is right here at good old White Springs. We're talking about the front door entrance here. Every day there is a random encounter that pops up here. It could take days, weeks, or months for a particular random encounter to pop up. That's where you have to take a photo. Okay, you are given a Pro Snapflex camera, and you're able to hang on to it at the end of that random encounter, which is pretty cool. Now, I haven't done that one myself, but I have been told by a few of you that it does work. Let's take a look here. We're all done. Nice. And we got through it without coughing too much. I have a special lozenge in my throat there, which kind of numbs the throat a little bit, and I find has really helped. No Coffee McCofferson there. Let's head back to our camp here. Yeah. I got one more night shift tonight, and then I'm off for a couple days, so hopefully I'll be able to give a little rest. I'm a person that likes staying busy, you know what I mean? And I'm sure most of you could probably tell I'm that type of person. But I like to stay busy. I always find something to do around the house or something. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm not sitting around. Like basically, the only time, most times I'm just sitting in this chair making videos for my friends there. But yeah. All right, weapon of the day here, Jim. Let's take a look at that real quick. All right, the Fixer. Plus 100% sneak attack damage. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage. Plus 15 bonus VATS critical charge. 25% armor penetration, 100% sneaking speed, 15% stealth and shadows. Stalker's explosive lucky hit. Powerful automatic receiver, stabilized short barrel, true stock, perforating magazine, reflex sight dot suppressor, adjustment of set paint, 194 damage, 45 ammo. And this one here is currently on automatic mode. I always like to kind of talk about this more so for the newer folks to the channel, newer folks to the game. The Fixer and the Handmade are two very versatile weapons. Once when you start using them, you'll be crafting them if you have the plan. You'll be finding them, picking them up, and scrapping them. And you'll be eventually learning a lot of mods for these guys, for both the Fixer and the Handmade. And one thing that's really good, you can actually switch, if you have all the mods or most of them, you can switch between automatic, or you can switch between single fire. It's really up to you, and very versatile for sure for both the Fixer and the Handmade. The exact same way. If I can get out of the screen here, there we go. Perk cards, again, guys, nothing real crazy here. Same loadout I've had for quite some time. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. Very happy with them, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Armor, let's take a look at that real quick here. Oh, buddy, there's the old buddy panting there. Aristocrats, Ultralight, Secret Service, left arm. Chameleon, Ultralight, Secret Service, left leg. Mutants, Ultralight, Secret Service, right arm. Resistance, Secret Service, under armor. Troubleshooters, Ultralight, Secret Service, right leg. Vanguards, Jetpack, Secret Service, chest piece. Yeah, so there you guys go. Another one done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, Yes Me That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Waywarner, John, DJ59, Picquerist, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson, FelixTheKat, Benny Bunny, AJ Fultz, Dolpha Perez, Aussies1, Ricardo 186, Eric R. Shepard. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.